Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I thought I'd finally come to you with what I promised about 2 weeks ago now. You're going to have to bear with me. I was recording on my phone for a long time and I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to record on a proper camera with a tripod and a ring light and everything ready to go. So I finally got round to doing that. This is the what is in my makeup kit video, the one that you all voted for on my stories. So I thought I'd kick it off by kind of going through where I got my kit cases from. So I would like to put a little disclaimer out. This is not my makeup kit for work. This is my personal makeup kit. I also would like to point out I've not got everything out because I'd be here for a week if I put everything out. So these are the two boxes that I mainly use. So these cases are from a place called Beautify. They're on Instagram. I'm going to tag them down below in the description box for you all. They are like just rose gold, really pretty cases, and they kind of open up like so. And I just think they've made everything quite easy to store and easy to see, which is why I use them all the time. My mum actually got me these for Christmas and they have been a great buy because they really fit into my room, which is a huge thing for me. So I'm going to have to be quick because I'm not allowed more than 15 minutes on YouTube. So I'm going to start off with what foundations I have in my kit and why I have them. So ultimately, for me, having an everyday foundation is the most important thing. Now I use the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. I have it in shade 2 and 3. The reason for is obviously in the summer we don't know when we're going to, it might be a bit of a but maybe this year, but normally we go on holiday, so normally we get a bit of a tan skin, and also if I like to fake tan, I just like to have something that every day that I can make slightly darker, because unfortunately I am ridiculously pale. This is a great everyday foundation. It's so light, easy and breathable instead of having something really high coverage on your face all the time. I also have the Huda Beauty, I can't remember what this one's called. It's the Fax I can't pronounce it, Fax Filter. I'm going to go with that. It's a high coverage foundation, so I sometimes suffer with horrendous breakouts. So this one really does cover up everything, so there's nothing there. My only criticism with this foundation, it smells despicable, and you can smell it all day. Next on my list that I have in my personal kit is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I have this in the shade 160. Now the reason I have this one, it is like a soft long wear demi matte kind of foundation. I have it slightly darker. Obviously it doesn't look dark on camera, but this foundation oxidizes. So oxidize means it goes like a shade darker to what it actually is in the bottle when it's on your skin. I use this when I'm on holiday and during the evening on holiday. I never wear foundation in the day on holiday, but on the evening when I'm going out and I want to look a bit nicer and a bit more blemish free or sunburn free, I use this one because it's slightly darker and it just works for me. I think most girls will have this foundation in their kit because it is like a staple. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have the shade Ecru 1 and 2. The reason I always have this in my kit, and you will know if you've ever had your makeup done by me, I always carry this, is because honestly, if you are going for literally the cleanest makeup base, this is the foundation. Now my criticism with this foundation, it is awful for your skin. It causes breakouts. It's basically got silicone in it, which is plastic, and when you say that you're like, I'm putting plastic on my face. Yeah, I know, right? You wouldn't ever do that in any other time. But overall, for its longevity, I can't fault it. The last foundation I have in my kit, and it is my absolute favourite, always has been, always will be. Can you hear my dog howling? This is always going to happen when I was doing this, isn't it? Someone was going to make a noise. Anyway, my absolute holy grail of foundations is this beauty. So that is the Airbrushed Flawless Filter, Charlotte Tilbury's, the best foundation I think in the world to ever be created. I have this in 3 Cool. which is odd because on the Light Wonder, if I have 3 just every day on my normal face, it's really orange. But she really tapped into like the colouring and pigmentation of people's skin with this foundation, and honestly I could not say I've found someone that can't find an exact shade match with this foundation. Now when this foundation came out, it was like, oh, this foundation helps your skin throughout the day when it's on, and I was like, what in the world, like what foundation on earth can do that? I was having a really bad breakout week last week, and I actually put this on my skin every day. Wouldn't normally do that, to be honest, especially on a day-to-day basis, and it cleared my skin up. I don't know what it has. It has something called mast cell technology in it, and it apparently helps with anti-aging as well. And honestly, I have put this on skin ranges from 40 to 60, and it's been amazing. What I also like with this one is if I'm having a day where I'm like, oh, I don't want to wear a really full coverage foundation, but I also don't want to wear like nothing, like looks like skin, I mix this with a bit of the Light Wonder, and just I literally 1 pump and then probably 2 droplets of the Light Wonder, and it mixes really nicely, holds well and stays in place. And so when I'm doing like a really glam makeup, I always go for the P. Louise base. Now, I can't say I use it all the time, to be honest, I don't, but if I'm going out, and you know what I mean by out, which by the way, I never do. I'm the least night out person you'll ever meet. I probably would rather stay up till 3 AM in my bedroom and watch telly than go out on a night about this, because I'm probably going to have to order a new one, is these two. So, I think there's going to be a common theme within this, that majority of my makeup kit is Charlotte Tilbury. There's a reason for it, not gonna lie. I love the way I'm wearing majority of the face today, her products today, every day. I think most of my clients know that is what you'll come and get when you come and have your makeup done by me, which you can't do right now. Yeah, so this is the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. They come in these like little applicators. This is the only thing I don't like, it's really hard to get off. The little applicator bottles. So I have the shade 1 and 2. Shock, because I'm pale. The reason I have 1 and 2 is because I use one for my under eye, so underneath my eye here, and this one is to conceal any spots that for some reason, what I like to do is put concealer underneath my foundation. So before I put my foundation on, I'll normally conceal any spots, and then if it's not quite covered it, which sometimes it doesn't because sometimes you just have really bad breakouts, I go over the top with this again, which as you can see is why it's nearly ran out. Ta-da! My Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I use this as my base under my skin every time before I do makeup. However, I realised that this is ridiculously expensive. I'm very lucky, I do get a nice little discount, but obviously I have a makeup artist qualification in order to get those discounts which are offered to makeup artists. So I realised that this £50 for a 30ml pot of cream is a bit, for some people, like, wow. And I agree, £50 for a pot of cream is a lot. However, if you've tried it, you'll know why it's £50. It's amazing. It just holds your makeup, it makes your skin look absolutely beautiful. Every time I put it on, I feel revitalised and refreshed. So I would recommend it. Mainly, buy it, but don't use it all the time, would be my thing. Just use it when you like want to feel really radiant. So the next one on my skin is, I wouldn't say it's a dupe, but honestly for the price point, and they could be more different in price points, these two products, would be this beauty. I think I've raved about the Nivea Soft Cream for like an eternity. So the Nivea Blue is great. Personally, I think it's too thick. And it really stays in your skin for too long, so you can't really put anything over the top of it. But for a day-to-day like cream, honestly you can't go wrong. And I'm going to tell you a little secret, my Nana is 76. I'm going to insert a picture of my Nana in this. She's 76 years old, she has only ever used Nivea, and I can tell you now, if I look like her at 76, I will be thrilled. So I tend to have oily skin, however I have had tendencies of breaking out in a slight bit of eczema, but my boyfriend has really bad eczema. This cream is a miracle. So it's the Cucumber Moisturising Cream for all skin types from Boots. It's £1. Anyone with eczema, I would fully recommend giving it a try. Tom's Skin can be horrific at times, and this, for some reason, I think it's because it's cucumber, it's quite cooling. It takes any redness, it makes his skin super soft. To be honest, he was really annoyed because we can't quarantine together because he's at work, and I'm asthmatic. Fun fact. And he's gutted because I've got his cream at mine, so he's running out of his part at home. But I fully would recommend it. I don't know what is in it that makes it work so well, and especially for the price point for £1, I just can't get my head around it. So the next thing on my list is eyeshadows. Now, I don't actually have many like big palettes in my own kit, mainly because like I have all these like little kind of, please excuse my nails, these like little mini ones. So this is the Copper Charge, I believe, is that right? And the reason for this is, you know, when you go away, they're dead easy to pack up. So I get asked all the time, do I use like a form of contour? Honest opinion, like a specific product, no. Like that's meant for contouring, that's what I mean by that. No, but I just use the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless. I have really oily skin, so for me anything that's really dewy doesn't last, but I like dewy skin, so it's finding the balance. So I always have to use really dewy products but then use a lot of powders. So I use the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, and it's just got the bronzer and the highlighter. Then I have my absolute favourite blush. Now you can buy blush palettes again, but personally find one blusher that really suits your skin type. So I have the Chic blonde blusher in the shade Pillow Talk, which is this beauty here. I'm wearing that right now, darling. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I use medium brown. Everyone's like, you're blonde. I'm not actually. I have this weird thing where I've just got darker as I've gotten older, and really I want to get lighter and lighter and lighter. So I used to be really light and now I've gone really dark. So I still have to use dark products on my eyes. And then this is just like a brow comb. It's like literally microscopically small. And I just go through my brows. Other things on my list, so like once or before and after I've done my foundation, I will put on these two. Now this has been abused. If you watched my Instagram story the other day, I clean my products a lot. Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is like a really nice balm over your skin, and this is the Beauty Light Wonder Wand in the shade Pillow Talk. So I use this as a blush into a highlight, so everything just blends upwards. Eyeliner in which I use is the Feline Flick. So this is the thinnest applicator ever, and you can get a really good wing. I used to hate a wing, but now you see I just do a really small one. These little beauties are the eyes from Mesmerize little eyeshadow pots. They are like a cream on. I've actually got it on right now. I don't know if you can see, but that is what I'm wearing. So what I find is great about these is if you're not really into like doing a big eye makeup look that day, you just wash this all over your lid and like buff it out when you're out. This is amazing. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. It's a very fine milled mineral powder. It's translucent. Goes on the skin like a dream, and I would highly recommend it. I use it especially when I've got like a lighter makeup foundation on, so like the light winter, I will use it then. Be staples. So, in love with Olivia, Pillow Talk and JK Magic, and I believe that is all you need to know. And yeah, have a fab week in quarantine. Let's see what next week holds.